You know, I do a lot of videos on fundamental Christians bashing the LGBTQ plus community, and it brings the rage out. Today's video is going to have a whole lot of rage because it's going to be a member of the LGBTQ community doing the Christian bashing. What is up, you heathens and demons, you beautiful, blasphemous people? Welcome back to A Raging Atheist. I'm your boy Nakasuchi. In today's video, I'm pretty fucking pissed. But first, I want to thank all my patrons. Your support goes a long way. Just picked up a new patron, Anna Ramey. Thank you for your support. If you guys would like to become a patron, the link is in the description below. Alright, so yeah, you guys can probably tell I'm a little agitated, but first I want to tell you how I got here. So I've been working with my accounts. I changed my other account, my political account, to Nakasuchi. You know, I'm not sure if I'm going to put content on that channel yet. Maybe in the future I'll do behind the scenes, life videos, a life blog, something like that on that channel. But what I did was really retool my YouTube algorithm to show me the content I want to see and cover on this channel. So I pretty much unsubscribed from all of my friends, all the atheists I watch, the news organizations, the music subscriptions I had. I unsubscribed from like ESPN and all the sports programs that I watch on YouTube. And that just pretty much left all of the subscriptions of the Christians or the religious people that I cover, the atrocious shit that I watch. And it took a little while, but the algorithm did change. And for all my friends and you know, the people that I'm subscribed to, I resubscribed on my Nakasuchi account because that's the account that I'm going to actually be watching content that I like as opposed to watching content that makes me want to puke. So yeah, the algorithm changed, and now I'm starting to get a lot more suggested videos that I wouldn't have found otherwise. And that's what's really leading to like these series of videos, because I'm finding videos that I feel like I need to cover the majority of it, if not all of it. So I'm doing series of videos so I don't have these 60-minute videos. And I found another one, and we're going to start that today. This is an appearance by Becker Cook on the 700 Club. And Becker Cook is a gay man. Becker Cook is a gay man that has sold his integrity, that has sold his community out, that has disgusted me. And I don't even know why I've had this like reaction that I've had to what this guy is going to say. But we're gonna get right to it. We're not gonna cover it all today. It'll be a series of videos, and I'll break them up. I'm trying not to run these series like back to back to back. And we're gonna cover this man, Becker Cook, who has betrayed his community, who has sold his ethics for dollars, who has sold out everything that he must have cared for. And he's gonna promote this really dangerous rhetoric in the Christian community about how gay people shouldn't act on their gayness. They shouldn't act on their same-sex attraction because that is a sin and they'll go to hell.
Beckett, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Andrew.
The book's phenomenal.
Thank you so much.
Really, really terrific.
Thank you.
I want to start that day at the coffee shop. Your life began to radically change, very unexpected for you. Tell us about that day.
Well, I was in a coffee shop in Los Angeles and with my best friend, and we noticed a table next to us with Bibles on the table. I had never seen a Bible in public in LA.
Seriously?
In 15 years.
Wow.
I'd never seen a Bible. None of my friends, we never talked about God ever once. No one talked about God. It was assumed that God didn't exist.
All right, so throughout this dude's whole story, I'm gonna be calling bullshit. I mean, Becker Cook's story here rings a lot to me like a Matt Powell atheist conversion story. So first off, you know, I know that you're trying to portray like Los Angeles and California as this demonic capital of the world, and there's no Bibles, there's no religion, you don't know what the fuck religion is, and you see some Bibles on a table and it surprises you because you've never seen Bibles in Los Angeles. I have to call bullshit on that. Now, I understand that Los Angeles is very diverse, and I also understand that there are a lot of Mexicans. For instance, there's a lot of Latinos, and Latinos tend to be very religious, much more religious than the average American. But to tell me that in one of the biggest cities in the country doesn't have any religion in it at all, at least to the point that you haven't been aware of it for all these years that you've lived there, I have to call bullshit on that. And if you live in Los Angeles and can actually provide details on whether it is bullshit or not, I would love to see your comment in the comment section below.
We saw these Bibles. My friend loved to kind of stir up conversation, and so he urged me to start talking to this group of people. So I turned around and I just said, "Are you guys Christians? Like, what's the deal with the Bibles?" And they were like, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, what do you believe?" Because I was raised Catholic. I don't even remember what the gospel is. I don't know what religion is. Like, tell me what you believe.
Oh, they're probably loving it, right?
I know. It's like a Christian's fantasy of, a question.
And he gives it away there at the very end there when he says it's like a Christian's fantasy, because it is a Christian's fantasy. It's a fantasy. It's not real. Like, this is not real. In the same breath that you said you was raised as a Catholic, you said that you had no idea what this even means. Like, what do you believe in? Like, you have no clue what this Christian religion is, but you just said you was raised Catholic. I mean, like, if anybody's gonna buy this stupid ass story that you're putting out just so you can make money, and the only money you're gonna make are from homophobic Christians or maybe people in the LGBTQ that's going to combat you, so they buy your fucking book to either feed their fears or feed their narrative against turncoats like yourself.
And so they explained the gospel, they explained what they believed, and then I got to the $64,000 question near the end of our conversation, and I said, "Well, what does your church in Hollywood believe about homosexuality?" And they said, "Well, we believe it's a sin." And what's interesting is I just kind of accepted that. I didn't protest. I wasn't upset. I just kind of I liked how honest they were, and they didn't beat around the bush. They were just very open and frank about it.
Again, I have to call bullshit. So this guy says that he's sitting with a group of friends. So I think the logical conclusion of that is he's sitting with a group of his LGBTQ friends, right? His gay friends. And he's having a conversation with these people, and he asked them the question, which he didn't ask all of the question, but he asked them the question, what do you think about gay people? And they say, well, it's a sin. And he's going to say that he, as a gay man, had no issue with that he had no issue with that at all, or that his friends put up no protest to that. And maybe you would have been a little angrier about it had you actually asked the follow-up question, or actually knew the Bible enough to know that the Bible calls for the death of people like you, that the Bible calls for the death of people like your friends that were sitting at that table. Maybe you should have asked them, well, do you believe that we should be put to death? And gotten their answer on that.
And so they invited me to their church the following Sunday. And I was like, well, I don't know if I'm going to do that, but I'll think about it.
Well, how did you struggle with that decision? Or?
I did. I had a week to mull it over, and I was like, should I do this? I don't know. And at that point in my life, I was open because I had kind of done everything, been everywhere, traveled the world, done all these fun things, and it wasn't satisfying me anymore. And so I was open to something else, and I wasn't sure. And of course, I wanted to know the meaning of life.
All right, so we're going to put aside the fact that you didn't ask the follow-up question. You didn't ask if they want to put you to death. But still, they said that what you are, your lifestyle, the very being of the man that you are, that you have this same-sex attraction to other men, that is a sin. So you actually struggle for a week on whether or not you're going to go and be in a place where a lot more people are going to think that the very essence of the man you are is a sin. I don't understand that. I mean, there are some really good Christians trying to get out a really good message on this issue about how the church should be more accepting of gay people, not force them not to be gay, but to just accept them as the human beings that they are. People like that Christian vlogger or his friend Matthias, and I really wish that more Christians would come out and be accepting, actually promote the loving Jesus Christ they talk about instead of the spite-filled, wrathful God of the Bible.
And so I spent the week thinking about it, and then the following Sunday I woke up and I said to myself, I said, am I gonna do this? And I just was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it. And I got dressed, got in my car, and drove to this church in Hollywood.
You're a little nervous?
I wasn't nervous. I was more, I just was kind of full of sort of expectation, I guess. I wasn't nervous, but...
So after that week-long deliberation, this man comes to the conclusion that yes, I am going to go and put myself in this position to be surrounded by people that despise me, to be surrounded by people that hate the very thing of which I am, that think of me so low that I'm a sin. I'm going to put myself in that position. And that's where we're going to leave off on this story, this first video of this story. But there's a lot more coming. There's a lot more to talk about. And I'm going to be fucking angry because this makes me angry. Now, I'm not trying to have a conversation about whether gay people, LGBTQ plus people should be Christians or not. That's a personal decision. But what I will stand against is anybody that's going to try to demonize a marginalized group of people and to sell your integrity, to sell what you are for some dollar bills and maybe a little bit of credibility in a community that despises you, to me is a very sickening thing. And you're not going to get any credibility in that. They're going to give you your airtime. They're going to let you speak your words because your words is going to back up their homophobic narrative. So you're just a token. There's no respect there. None. That person that's interviewing Becker Cook has more disdain for Becker Cook than I do right now. As always, I'm your boy Nakasuchi. This is A Raging Atheist. If you like my videos, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share me on your social media, comment in the comment section below. The story will continue, and I'll see you soon.